Have you ever found yourself wondering how many people around you might be millionaires? Maybe you've stood in a busy grocery store or walked through a crowded airport, scanning faces and wondering if anyone nearby has quietly amassed a small fortune. Today, we're diving into the surprising reality of just how many millionaires are out there and what it takes to join their ranks. By the end of this video, you'll have a whole new perspective on wealth, plus practical steps you can start taking right away if you're not where you want to be financially. The word millionaire might bring to mind flashy cars, lavish mansions, and designer clothes, but that stereotype doesn't always hold true. In fact, a huge number of people who have crossed the $1 million threshold live in normal neighborhoods, drive practical cars, and wear the same jeans and t-shirts you'd spot on anyone else. They don't advertise their net worth. They don't boast about their bank balance at dinner parties. Instead, they quietly built up their wealth over time, often without anyone around them suspecting a thing. It's easy to assume that if you were truly wealthy, you'd let the whole world know, right? The reality is, many millionaires value financial security and independence more than they value showing off. This invisible wealth is part of why so many people have no idea just how many millionaires they might pass by every single day. Let's get something straight. When we say millionaire, we're talking about net worth, not necessarily $1 million in a savings account. Net worth is calculated by taking all of a person's assets, think real estate, retirement funds, cash, investments, and so on, and subtracting out any debts like mortgages, car loans, or credit card balances. If that final number is 1 million or more, congratulations, that person is officially a millionaire. And yes, there's a big difference between someone who's barely at the million mark and someone worth, say, 10 million or 100 million, but all of them fit under the same umbrella term, millionaire. The thing is, many people cross that threshold quietly thanks to home equity, consistent retirement contributions, or a profitable side hustle that gradually grows. You might be shocked by how common millionaires have become in certain parts of the world. In the United States alone, the number has been steadily climbing in recent years. Some reports put it at well over 20 million millionaires nationwide. This can amount to nearly 1 out of every 10 adults. That's right. If you're living in a mid-sized or large city, it's not far-fetched to guess you regularly rub shoulders with millionaires at the coffee shop, the supermarket, or your local gym. Why has this number grown so much? Part of it is the surge in home values over the last few decades, plus stock market growth that's lifted retirement accounts. For others, it's entrepreneurship in the digital age, launching businesses online, investing in tech, or taking advantage of gig economy opportunities. Combine these factors with long-term saving habits, and it's easier than ever for someone to inch past the $1 million mark before you realize it. Now, a common myth is that most millionaires inherit their money. You might picture a trust fund kid who doesn't have to work a day in their life. But the data doesn't back that up. In fact, a surprisingly large share of millionaires got there through their own discipline and investments. For many, it was a matter of steady 401k contributions, paying off debts, and gradually climbing the corporate ladder. Others started small businesses, reinvested their profits, and slowly grew their company over time. Yes, there are still those who come into wealth through inheritance, but studies have consistently shown that the majority of millionaires are first-generation wealthy. That means they weren't born into it. They created their own financial success through a mix of careful saving, good decision-making, and patience. So, how do people get there? For many, the journey starts with setting clear financial goals, specific, measurable targets they can track. Then comes consistent saving, whether it's 10%, 15%, or even more of every paycheck. Funneling money into retirement accounts or investments over years and decades can do amazing things. Home ownership often plays a key role too. Paying down a mortgage while a house appreciates in value is a powerful wealth-building strategy. Add in stock market gains, compound interest, and the occasional real estate boom, and suddenly that net worth number climbs faster than you might imagine. Time is the secret sauce. People who invest steadily during their 20s, 30s, and 40s might not feel rich right away, but by the time they hit their 50s or 60s, those decades of compounding can be life-changing. Contrary to popular belief, most millionaires don't drive exotic sports cars or sport designer clothes all day. Many prefer reliability and long-term value over flashy displays. A car that lasts 10 years might not turn heads, but it also doesn't eat into their savings with a huge monthly payment. It's not that they never enjoy nice things, it's just that they prioritize what truly matters to them and avoid getting trapped in a lifestyle that chips away at their wealth. This modest lifestyle also extends to entertainment, dining, and vacations. Sure, they might take a special trip now and then, but they often use strategies like travel rewards or off-season deals. The same disciplined approach they apply to saving and investing shows up in everyday spending decisions. With headlines full of billionaires, some people wonder if hitting $1 million in net worth is still a meaningful goal. Absolutely. Having $1 million cushion can provide a level of financial security many people only dream of. It can mean a more comfortable retirement, the freedom to pursue passion projects, or the ability to handle emergencies without stress. For many, it's also a psychological milestone. Achieving millionaire status can mark the shift from just getting by to feeling like you're in control of your financial destiny. And often, once someone reaches that million, they realize they have the momentum to keep going, maybe to 2 million, 5 million, or beyond. You might be thinking, okay, but how do I start? First, take an honest look at your finances. Calculate your current net worth by listing your assets and subtracting your liabilities. That gives you a baseline. Next, cut out high-interest debt as quickly as you can. Credit card balances and unnecessary loans can drag you down for years if you're not careful. Then, start investing regularly. That could mean contributing to a 401k, opening an IRA, or even investing in low-cost index funds. For many self-made millionaires, retirement accounts and index funds are the backbone of their strategy. If you can buy a home in a location with decent growth potential, over the long run, home equity can be a massive part of your net worth. Finally, remember the importance of patience. Few people jump from zero to $1 million in a single year. It's usually the result of decades of consistent saving, investing, and living within your means. If you stick to the plan, you might look up one day and realize your net worth crossed that $1 million threshold without any big fanfare, but with a lot of personal satisfaction. One major roadblock people face is believing they're not cut out for wealth. Maybe they grew up in a low-income household or struggled with debt in their early adult years. It's easy to carry those experiences forward and assume that financial success is only for others. But here's the truth. Millionaires come from all sorts of backgrounds. Some of the most successful individuals started with nothing. What set them apart was the mindset that change is possible. If you catch yourself thinking you'll never have enough or don't deserve to be wealthy, remind yourself that plenty of millionaires began in a similar place, or worse. They simply refused to settle. They learned basic money skills, stayed focused on their goals, and pushed past self-doubt. You don't have to be born rich to succeed financially. You just need discipline, knowledge, and the willingness to believe that your situation can improve. Another overlooked factor is the power of community and mentorship. If no one around you is aiming for higher financial goals, it's easy to drift into complacency. Seek out people, friends, online groups, or mentors who are pursuing or have already achieved millionaire status. Their mindset and advice can be game-changing. Surrounding yourself with individuals who talk about investing, side hustles, or career growth makes these topics feel more natural, more attainable. Accountability is huge. When you share your financial goals with someone you trust, it adds a layer of responsibility. Maybe you agree to update each other on savings milestones every month. Maybe you form a small mastermind group that checks in on progress. Positive peer pressure can keep you from splurging on unnecessary items and keep you focused on building long-term wealth. Becoming a millionaire won't solve every problem in your life, but it can give you options. It can let you retire on your own terms, pursue projects you're passionate about, and help family or friends when they need it. It can even allow you to give more generously to causes that matter to you. Remember, the real story behind most millionaires is steady, consistent effort. They often stay out of debt, avoid flashy expenses, and let time and compounding do their magic. So the next time you're strolling through the mall or watching people at the airport, remember, 1 out of every 10 adults may well be a millionaire, someone who made a plan, stuck to it, and reached a level of financial success that, not too long ago, might have seemed impossible. Millionaires aren't mystical creatures living in a different reality. They're regular people who set financial goals, work toward them patiently, and let their money grow over time. And the truly exciting part, there's no reason you can't do the same. Whether you're earning an average salary or running your own business, the path to $1 million is largely about mindset, discipline, and consistency. If you're serious about improving your finances, start with small steps. Trim unnecessary spending, focus on paying off debts, and invest early and often. Over time, these seemingly minor choices can transform your financial future. Who knows, maybe in a few years, you'll be the everyday millionaire someone else wonders about as they stand behind you in the grocery store.